the most amazing place in outer space, Kids Planet! My name is Nova, and I'm here to take you on a great adventure. An adventure to inner peace and happiness. Can we take a boat to get there? Nope. A plane? Nope. How about a train? No. Not even a rocket ship. How can we get there then? We have to get there on breath. Oh, I know you're confused. But you won't be for long. Fasten your seatbelt because this space expedition starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go! Do you know where we are? It's very quiet and peaceful here, don't you think? We're deep in the middle of a place called Nirvana, which basically means inner peace. The word Nirvana comes from a man who lived thousands of years ago who was called Buddha by his followers. He was a very wise man. Even today, people study Buddha's words and his way of life. Buddha was raised in the Hindu culture and came up with the word Sati, which in English means mindfulness. Okay, time out. What on earth is mindfulness? Is that like when I've been doing a homework project for hours? I have all sorts of secrets from my best friend Galaxy, and my mom asked me if I cleaned my room, and I absolutely cannot think of one more thing because my brain is full. Ah, curious! I'm so glad to see you. You made it just in time. Am I right about mindfulness? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. No? Okay, well then, what does mindfulness mean? Mindfulness means noticing what is happening in the room you're in your body, or in your head. It means using your brain and being aware. It's a mental state. Maybe you feel excited to be going somewhere. Or maybe you hear the rain falling outside. Mindfulness is just really knowing and thinking about what is going on right now in the present. Mindfulness is a special little country that lives in your brain. And that's why we can't take a boat, a plane, or a train there. It's inside of you and me and all of us. So, I think we kind of know what it means. But why is it so important? When you notice what is happening inside of you and around you, it helps you focus better on important details. Let's make a planet list of all the things that mindfulness can do for us. I think that should be number 1 on our planet list. It helps you to focus. Number 2 is with greater focus, we can achieve great things. Obviously, if we're paying better attention to things, we can be better at what we're trying to do. My mom loves to play tennis. Sometimes she seems frustrated with her playing and says, "My mind just wasn't in the game." I think she means that her attention wasn't on the game enough to do well. Does that make sense? I know there are some days when practicing piano seems super hard. Because I keep daydreaming about purple derple polka-dotted super smoothies and playing hopscotch with my best friend Galaxy. Those are the days I just can't seem to do my scales right. But if I were to really focus on the music and what my fingers were doing, I'd probably do much better. So high achievement is another result of mindfulness. When we pay attention, we can do great things. Can you think of things you could probably get better at if you really concentrated? Number 3 is that mindfulness can make us feel better. It's really true. If we pay greater attention to things, we can definitely tell when we're not feeling well, or when we feel sad or angry, and then we can problem solve to correct the problem. Sometimes just knowing how we're feeling can help us change it. Just like when it's raining. We can see that it's raining, so we get a poncho. It's the same when we're sad. If we can be mindful and identify that we're sad, we might tell someone and they could help us to sort out why that is, or how to fix it. It's a way to fix our emotions. Say, I think that might work just as well when we pay attention to other people. Maybe if we pay extra close attention to how others are feeling, that might be a super-duper thing too. I get so excited when my dad comes home that sometimes I can't help but talk to him. One time, I could see that he was very tired, and this helped me to know that I should probably let him rest for a few minutes before talking to him about my day. I love my dad, and I like to be thoughtful about how he's feeling, because he cares so much about how I'm feeling every day. That's called empathy, thinking about the feelings of other people. When we come back, we'll talk about how mindfulness works and how we can get better at it. But before we do that, it's time for our first Nova quiz. Here we go. What part of the body do we use for mindfulness? A, our pinky fingers. B, our brain. C, our belly button. D, our toes. See if you can think of the answer. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet! Welcome back! Ready to have some more fun? Yay! Me too! But first, let's answer our Nova quiz. What part of the body do we use for mindfulness? Is it A, our pinky fingers, B, our brain, C, our belly button, D, our toes? I'm not sure what pinkies do, but I'm sure it's important. It just isn't in charge of mindfulness. The belly button may be a very important connection to the core of our body, but I'm not sure it has anything to do with the mind. And our toes are important for tons of things, like balance. But I don't think they have anything to do with mindfulness. The word mindfulness was a big hint, since mind is another word for brain. If you guessed B, brain, you're right. Curious, these Kids Planet kids are out of this world. But what makes mindfulness work inside the brain? Oh my goodness, this looks tricky. Get ready for some Planet Science Theater. Introducing the amygdala. What a fun word. Say it with me. Amygdala. Sounds like a cool dance. We'll call him Miggy. Whoops. Hope you're okay, Miggy. Miggy is sort of a jittery superhero in our brain who tries to save us no matter what. But sometimes he mistakes ordinary stress for real danger and gets things a little messy. How does he mess things up? Well, prefrontal cortex is the smart one in our brain, and sometimes she can't give us the right information if we're too excited or upset. Everyone wave to Court! When we're too excited or upset, Mickey jumps to conclusions, and then we can't use Court, the very smart part of our brain, very well. Mindfulness to the rescue! Mindfulness helps us to calm down and relax. That in turn relaxes Mickey, and then we can get important, smart information from Court. When we're calm, we make better choices. Bravo! Bravo! Encore! So in real life, if I were upset because my brother Neutron accidentally spilled his milk on my homework, I would control my amygdala by breathing deeply, taking a few moments and really trying to understand that what happened was an accident. Then, when I'm calm, my cortex could process that he didn't know my homework was that close. And I can feel better about Neutron when I have time to process that he didn't do it on purpose. On the other hand, if I had gotten really upset and didn't take the time to think about it or use my mindfulness, I might have yelled at him and made things worse. I'd be mad at him yelling and screaming over some spilled milk, and our parents would probably be upset at me for not being a mindful kid. Can you think of a time when you were so upset that you couldn't think very clearly? Sometimes, if we had a few seconds and really tried to step outside of a bad situation and watch it like a movie, we could probably see that it wasn't as big of a deal as we thought it was. That would help us take the time that we needed to problem solve. So, mindfulness is sort of like a tool that we carry with us everywhere to help keep us calm and happy. Remember, mindfulness is a mental state where we are aware of our surroundings, our thoughts, and our feelings. But how do we use it the best? We'll talk about that when we come back. But first, another Nova quiz. There are many types of exercise programs in the world, but this is one of the most popular for people who like to practice mindfulness. Is it A, boxing, B, swimming, C, yoga? Here's a hint. It's an ancient way of exercising, and you have to do it on a mat. See if you can think of the answer. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet! We're back! Let's continue our incredible adventure on Kids Planet! Time for the answer to our Nova quiz. Do you remember the question? What kind of exercise do some people who practice mindfulness like to do? Is it A, boxing, B, swimming, C, yoga? If you answered C, yoga, you're right. Yoga is an ancient exercise that was developed in India over 5,000 years ago. That's a long, long time ago. It incorporates the mind, body, and soul all at once. And once you learn it, you can do it anywhere. In yoga, the students go through a series of positions that help their bodies and minds. To a yogi, that's someone who practices yoga regularly, yoga is a way of reaching a high level of harmony and understanding. It's a tool for mindfulness because in these classes, you're concentrating on how your body feels throughout the program. and even on what your thoughts are at the same time. Are there more tools for mindfulness, curious? Meditation is another one. Hey, maybe we can create a planet list. As we talked about already, number 1, yoga. Yoga is a tool that a lot of people use for mindfulness. Number 2, meditation. Remember when I told you instead of going by boat, train, or plane that we were going to travel on the breath? Well, that's sort of what meditation does. There are all sorts of types of meditation. One type is using your breath to concentrate. You close your eyes and breathe deeply. You concentrate on your breathing as you breathe in for 4. Hold it for 8 and let it out for a count of 8. Wow, that really makes you breathe deeply, doesn't it? While you're concentrating on your breathing, you can't really get distracted by other things. And if you do, they quickly disappear because right away, you're thinking about your breath again. There is also a type of meditation. It's called, oh boy, this is a big one. What is it called again, curious? Oh my, that's a huge word. Okay, ready, folks? Here it goes. Transcendental meditation. Phew! Despite how it sounds, it's not something that a dentist can take care of. In transcendental meditation, you come up with a mantra to say every day, and you sit and say it over 20 times. A mantra is curious, what does mantra mean? A mantra is a chanted slogan or statement. Kind of like, I love smoothies. It would be something that made you feel good or peaceful. Name the feeling you're having. Is it anger, sadness, confusion? And see if you can soothe it by continuing to breathe. Next, problem solve about what you need to do. Do you need some help from a friend or an adult? Do you just need a few minutes to breathe? Just like any tool, mindfulness takes practice and honing your skill. I bet there are some easy ways you could practice your mindfulness. One really fun activity is a game called Spidey Senses. See if you can really concentrate and try to name all of the sights, smells, sounds, and feelings in the room. I bet you'll be amazed what happens all in one place at any given moment. You could do this in any room or even outside, which brings me to another great activity, Jungle Safari. The next time you're outside, pretend to be an explorer and try investigating every little thing you see. Bugs, birds, plants, rocks, trees, funny little spider webs, even other people and pets. The more you can observe and be in the moment, the stronger your mindfulness skills will be. Wow, mindfulness is a powerful tool. Can you name some situations in which mindfulness would help? I'm sure you can think of many. Here are a few things for sure, and one more planet list. 1. Sports and music. Remember, mindfulness can really help you concentrate on getting better at things that you want to perfect. 2. Test taking. If we get amygdala out of the way, remember him, Miggy? We can get the right answers from court. 3. Family life. We get along so much better with people we love when we don't let our emotions get the best of us. Being mindful, even as a kid, is such an important skill that we can easily learn if we use our heads. Speaking of learning, We've learned so much today. 1. Mindfulness comes from a great man who lived thousands of years ago. People called him Buddha. 2. Mindfulness means noticing things. That's simple enough. 3. With mindfulness, we can have better focus, greater achievement, and feel happier and calmer. It can even make us understand others better. 4. Some great ways to practice mindfulness are with mind and body exercises like yoga, meditation, and the quick moment when you need a quick fix to a problem. 5. And finally, so many fun activities to sharpen your mindfulness skills. The next time you feel stressed or upset, imagine you're in a movie. Step outside of the screen and watch from the outside. It's a practice that has been shared for over 5,000 years, so it must be a very good idea. You are the brightest kids in Kids Planet, and I believe in you. Before we end today's mission, we have to make a quick stop for our interplanet trivia. And we're going to need some help. Why don't we call my best friend Galaxy? Yay, Galaxy, you're here! We learned so much about mindfulness today. We learned that mindfulness came from a man named Buddha many, many years ago. Mindfulness is stepping back from the big picture and noticing the small things. Mindfulness is something that is inside all of us. When we are mindful, we can focus better and remain calm. All right, now that we've reviewed what mindfulness is, let's test what we've learned. Galaxy is trying to find an activity that will help her be more mindful. Which activity do you think Galaxy should choose? Is it this activity? Galaxy is practicing yoga on a mat, focusing on her breathing and making sure she stays calm. Or is it this activity? Galaxy is running around in the park, swinging on swings and going down the slide. Or could it be this one? Galaxy spends time reading a book that was assigned to her as homework. Do you think you know the answer? Think hard. Here, Galaxy is incorporating her mind, body, and soul all at once, using yoga as a way to focus. Here, Galaxy is just enjoying the park, having fun, and exercising. But she's not using mindfulness. And here, Galaxy is doing her homework, making sure to complete everything that her teacher assigned. Even though Galaxy is focused, she isn't being mindful. It seems like yoga is the best option. This activity will help her be more mindful. This has to be the answer. Great job, everyone! And thank you, Galaxy! Mindfulness takes practice, but we can be more mindful by noticing what is happening inside and around us. This helps us focus on the details. When we pay more attention to details and focus, we can become better at what we're doing. This can apply to sports, music, test-taking, and even family life. Remember, when we pay attention, we can do great things. You all did great. Good work, everyone. Now it's time to say goodbye. But don't be sad, because we'll see each other again soon, right here in the best place in outer space.